The stars twinkled silently in the vastness of space as the mighty Varkar, a towering, battle-hardened alien king, stood tall before his subordinates. His race, the Khazar, was known across the galaxy for their unmatched strength, advanced technology, and merciless conquests. They had obliterated countless civilizations, enslaved entire star systems, and brought fear to all that dared to resist them. But then there was Earth. The Khazar had been observing humanity for centuries, viewing them as primitive and insignificant. Their wars, their diseases, their fragile bodies, none of it had been impressive to the mighty Varkar. To him, humans were weak, destined to be wiped out the moment they showed any sign of defiance. His generals had advised caution, citing the unexpected resilience of these so-called weak humans, but Varkar scoffed at their concerns. "We are the Khazar," he thundered. "We are the apex. They are nothing." With a sharp wave of his hand, he commanded his fleet to initiate the final phase of their invasion. The humans were unaware of what was about to descend upon them. From the Khazar's fleet of dreadnoughts, the bombardment began. The first strikes were devastating, obliterating cities, shattering the Earth's surface. Varkar, standing at the helm of his flagship, watched in satisfaction as the human cities crumbled beneath the might of his empire's weapons. The screams of their desperate resistance filled his ears, and he laughed at the futility of it all. But then, something unexpected happened. One by one, human forces, initially overwhelmed and outmatched, began to push back. Varkar's amusement faded when Earth's armies displayed an unexpected tenacity, ingenuity, and sheer will to survive. Their weapons, primitive by Khazar standards, were highly effective in the hands of humans who had fought for their survival every day of their existence. In the early days of the war, Varkar had underestimated humanity's adaptability. They began using the terrain, the environment, and even their own limited technology to their advantage. They developed new tactics on the fly, launching surprise attacks that crippled key parts of the Khazar fleet. Every time Varkar thought he had them cornered, the humans found a way to rise, adapting faster than his forces could anticipate. It was in the heat of this struggle that Varkar realized his grave mistake. His arrogance had led him to underestimate humanity. He had laughed at their weakness, never understanding that their true strength lay not in their weapons or their numbers, but in their hearts. Humans fought not for conquest, but for survival. They fought for their families, their homes, their very existence. As the war raged on, humanity's unity and resilience became impossible to ignore. The Khazar began to falter. One by one, their dreadnoughts fell. The once invincible Khazar forces were being driven back, and their morale began to crumble. The fearsome Varkar, once a figure of supreme authority and terror, now found himself staring into the eyes of an enemy who refused to bow to him. In a last-ditch attempt to crush the humans, Varkar led a personal assault on Earth's last remaining stronghold. The battle was fierce, with the ground shaking beneath their feet as the Khazar forces clashed against the human defenders. But the humans, now armed with weapons adapted from Khazar technology, fought with an unmatched ferocity. And then Varkar's flagship crashed into the atmosphere, flames licking its sides as it plummeted toward Earth. The mighty king, once invincible, was forced to make a desperate retreat. But even as he fled, the humans pursued him relentlessly, determined to end the threat once and for all. In the final moments of his reign, as he lay defeated on the barren soil of Earth, Varkar had no choice but to admit the truth. The humans had proven him wrong in every possible way. Their weakness was not a curse, it was their strength. Their resilience, their unbreakable spirit, was something no empire, no matter how mighty, could ever conquer. And so, as the last remnants of the Khazar Empire retreated into the void, Varkar, the once proud king, could only look upon the planet he had sought to destroy. The humans, those weak creatures, had triumphed. And Varkar, for the first time in his life, understood that it was not strength that determined victory. It was the will to never give up, no matter the odds. The human spirit had won the day. The end.